Welcome into this week's edition of the WCS Sports Connection. I'm your host, District Athletic Director Patrick Whitlock, and with me always is my guy, Tate Mathews. How are we doing today?
Doing great. It was a very fun weekend. Some great football. Thursday and Friday, some good football as well. And so, and then obviously we had a lot of great Wilco winter athletic contests that we're going to talk about. But it was good. How about you? Did you have a good weekend?
It was fantastic. We are absolutely in the thick of it here with winter sports.
You, who you got in the national championship after watching those semifinal games?
Indiana. Can you really go with anybody but Indiana?
It was pretty impressive.
I don't know that I'm pulling for them. Sorry, Krager. But, I think they're by far the best team.
I think so too. I thought it was Miami until Friday night, and now I'm really rethinking my opinion.
Just boat race city every week for them.
Boat race city.
No doubt. So, well, as everyone here knows, we had an excellent fall season with our athletic teams here in Williamson County, and the Tennessee Sports Writers Association has been releasing their all-state teams, and we are well represented. So cross country, Asher Oates, state champion from Independence, senior, and then Andrew Allgood from Ravenwood, also on the boys' side. And on the girls' side, Lauren Banovic from Brentwood, Larkin Johnson from Centennial, and Lorelei Witten from Summit, only a sophomore there. So again, excellent showing out of our cross-country teams this year. Volleyball, no surprise here, just
dominated.
Utter domination across the board. Elia Dinsmore from Independence, Maggie Calise from Summit, Daisy Oatsball from Brentwood, Eliza McKnight from Brentwood, Lauren Duncan from Brentwood, and then Amanda Shanahan from Summit. So no surprise there as Summit beats Brentwood in the championship game, but then again, we just dominate the all-state team there.
As we always do. Also, Eliza McKnight was named the Gatorade Player of the Year, Volleyball Player of the Year as well. So congratulations.
Joins a very illustrious list of Tennessee volleyball players, Williamson County included.
And a lot of Brentwood ones.
Yeah, a lot of Brentwood.
Yeah. You know what jumps out to me, though, man, that I think is pretty cool is when you look at that list, almost triple the amount of players on there for Brentwood, but Summit wins the championship. So
right.
Just goes to show you this is, the sports writers. But I think they do a good job with this. Do you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think they do a good job with their teams.
For sure.
And I know they put a lot of time into it. So
this is probably the most legit state list you get out there.
I agree.
Out of anybody else.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not coach driven or anything like that.
No. So. Which is pathetic. That TNFCA one, like all you got to do is look at it and you can tell there's coaches holding grudges against this. It's embarrassing.
That's why
that didn't happen when Tommy McDaniel was over it. But anyways,
that's why it's not in the script this week. I just left it out. Yeah, for
sure. I love it.
And we had a lot of Williamson County athletes on there, but you can look it up.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and the last one, golf. George Lastros from Brentwood, only a sophomore. And then on the girls' side, Brooke Bennett from Page and Shashi Ecker from Page as well, only a freshman.
Page golf is on the.
Yeah, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So, also, we had somebody on Twitter last week kind of give us a nudge to include some bowling. And we appreciate.
You shall receive.
Yes, so we reached out to bowling coaches, and we appreciate the input we got back. On the boys' side, Nolensville, Coach McCulley sent out highlights from the season, including Matthew McCarter. He was actually the Hattie B's Player of the Week for OTL a few times because he rolled a perfect game. You ever rolled a perfect game?
No.
I don't think I've gotten half of a perfect game before. I don't know. Maybe in Wii bowling.
That's hey man, we need to bring that back.
We should.
That is that's unbelievable.
For sure.
I can't imagine the thrill that had to have been.
That is impressive. Also, several other NHS bowlers finished in the top 25. Matthew McCarter finished 8th, Braden Ross 10th, and Noah Osborne finished 24th. On the girls' side, Nolensville girls lost in the semifinal round in the region to a strong Upperman team. They have some state individual qualifiers, and Paige Van Den Heuvel finished 14th, and then Sarah Kate Bennett finished 19th. Now, in the district, Summit was the boys' District 11 winner. They were eliminated in the region. Franklin was the girls' District 11 runner-up. They have advanced to the sectionals, which is this Friday. Opponent to be determined. It's going to be a Metro opponent, so I like the Admirals' chances to advance to state. Yeah.
Do you know where the location is, the venue? Is it Tusculum Lanes?
It could be.
Smyrna Lanes?
There's 8 matches on Friday, so I did not write that
Well,
part.
maybe we host and it'd be at Franklin.
Maybe.
Have you ever been to one?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
No doubt.
A little parody, man. Franklin boys and girls was it. Now you got Summit winning the boys. It's
It's an emerging sport, so
emerging sport.
getting a little bit more participation as we move forward. Now, we had a lot of wrestling action last week. Fairview, we'll start with them, picked up a dual win against Centennial Thursday night, and then they fell to Ravenwood later in the week. Cole Neal earned 6th place at the Drennan tournament at Father Ryan. We got a lot of information on that in the 175-pound weight class, and he beat number 1 ranked Tyson Pettis in the blood rounds after falling to Brody Melzoni in the quarters.
No shame.
You're going to hear that a lot this year.
Yes.
Falling to him. Also, they had 4 finalists at the Ariel Rojas individuals on Saturday, with Turbo Lang picking up a win over number 2 ranked Jamal Newsom from Millington Central. And then this week they have senior night at home under the spotlight in the Jackets Nest, and next week we'll battle it out for districts on Tuesday, regions Thursdays back at home, and then the sectionals on Saturday. Really tight schedule here for wrestling when you're having 3 consecutive matches that all have pretty significant meaning back to back.
Big time. The all-name teams, Coach Joins and I always had the all-name teams. It's one, we have to find out what weight class he wrestles, but Turbo Lang is definitely on the all-name team.
Yeah, 100%. He might be.
100%.
He might be at the top.
Yeah, might be the captain. We need a weight class, please.
Yeah, we'll get on top of that. Coach Curtis is really good about getting me information, doing a heck of a job out there as well. All right, Franklin hosted the Franklin Invitational on January 3rd. This boys and girls here. Emmeline Odom finished 2nd in her weight class. Ellie Lawson 3rd at the girls 120. Olivia Montero 3rd at the girls 145. Actually, pretty good friends with her dad. He's an Iron Triber. Love that guy. Campbell Crowell 3rd at 150 weight class. Bennett Joyce 4th at 138. Luke Childs 4th at 165. And Simon Sessions 4th at the heavyweight class. So good week. Good week for the Admirals there. They did lose to Ravenwood in a duels, but they beat John Overton in Hillsborough. And this week they got the Battle of Franklin, Tuesday night at Centennial, and then senior night Thursday against James Lawson. So we're getting ready to wrap up.
Getting ready to have another good week.
Yeah, getting ready to wrap up a lot of action here in wrestling. All right, on to Page. January 6th was senior night. They beat Nashville Christian and Eagleville. And then Thursday at Forest, they beat Moore County and Forest. The varsity team traveled to Johnson City the past weekend, came out experiencing some tough state competition at the 26th annual Fandetti Richardson tournament. A lot of good tournaments this past weekend.
Yes.
You got that one there. You got the Father Ryan one here. They finished 5th out of 29 teams, only entering 11 out of 14 weight classes. 10 wrestlers finished in the top 8 of the tournament. Senior Huntley Peck achieved his 100th career victory. Had been kind of on the horizon there for a while. Coach Gray keeping us informed there. And then they had several medalists. Carson Gamble in the 106 weight class 4th. Maddox McCullough at the 132 weight class 2nd. Wyatt Elder at the 190 weight class 3rd. And Luca Lamoda, I hope I said that right, at the 285 class 4th. They will take on Columbia Central this week, as well as Summit, actually Tuesday, January 13th, beginning at 5 o'clock. And then they have a district match against Nolansville on Thursday. That'll be a big one. Page and Nolansville, getting a lot of notoriety this season. That could go a long way in settling some
big time
postseason stuff right there.
Big time.
All right, Ravenwood.
At Page, that's good too.
At Page for sure. They do a nice job with that over there in the performance gym, not in ring staff arena. There you go. All right.
Big Daddy.
Ravenwood defeated Franklin 62-9. Defeated Centennial 58-12, and then Fairview 52-25. Had 3 placers at the Father Ryan tournament, which is one of the toughest tournaments. We'll talk more about that here in a second. Ryan Dietrich finished 3rd. Brody Peck, coach's son, finished 5th, and J.D. Longley finished 7th. I believe Matthew Anderson got misseated in his weight class and had to kind of go through the gauntlet there, get a little bit better
From
seed.
the very beginning.
Yeah, probably would have finished a little bit higher. I also sent a team to the Sycamore tournament and had 3 placers there. Joe Larson won it. Cohen Cochran finished 3rd, and Bryce Peterson finished 3rd as well. They've got James Lawson and Hillsborough at home on Tuesday, and and then big rivalry with the Battle of the Woods on Thursday, and then going to Memphis for the Christian Brothers duels this
That's a
weekend.
good tournament.
That's another good one. Christian Brothers, pretty solid program down there.
If you want a little sports bar, family sports bar, themed space near Christian Brothers, what would your recommendation be? I have mine.
Whew. I don't know, man.
You know,
That's
during the day for lunch or
Fox and the Hound?
Huey's.
Oh, Huey's, yeah. Huey's a great place. Not really a sports bar, but
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
yeah, but great hamburgers.
Oof.
Shoot the toothpicks onto the roof.
Sunshine Burger,
Yeah,
money.
I'm a Texas Toast Burger fan myself. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a good tournament. Hey, and that Brentwood Ravenwood, the Battle of the Wood is wrestling edition. It's going to be fun. Brentwood was at the. It's still the Father Ryan tournament to me.
Right.
I'm not trying to be
Johnny Drennan.
disrespectful
Is that what it's
to Coach
officially
Drennan.
called now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Johnny Drennan 85 Memorial Invitational.
Right.
Put that on a T-shirt. But Brentwood had going into the second day. I don't know where they finished up, but going into the second day, they were in the top 10. So what I'm saying is they're both really salty this year. That's going to be a good dual match.
No doubt. A lot of parity in Williamson County wrestling this year. So
Is there?
yeah, apparently.
I feel like Nolo's starting to separate themselves.
Well, Nolensville is kind of maybe in a class by themselves.
But then the rest of them are right here.
But yeah. So
Gotcha. I'm with that.
So, staying on Ravenwood, they have a host of wrestlers that are ranked in the top 10 of the state. Brody Peck, Thomas Lobliner, J.D. Longley, Ryan Dietrich, Maddox Eskew, Joe Larson, and Matt Anderson, all ranked very highly in their respective weight classes.
Okay, real quick. So and Matt Anderson's ranked first. So
Right.
going back to what you were saying, misseeded and all that, you wonder like how that speaks to that tournament. He's ranked number one at 165. He didn't even place. Well, there was Union County out of Kentucky was there. They've got a set of twins that are both ranked number one at their weight classes in the country, in the nation, not the state. McCauley was there. Father Ryan was there. There was a team out of Ohio there. So 165 at that tournament, there were some dudes.
Oh, I'm sure there
I
were.
would have loved to have seen those matches.
You know, private, public, out of state. I mean,
All
probably
in
one of,
there
probably
together.
one of the considered one of the top tournaments in the country, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Without
sure.
a doubt.
No doubt.
Definitely in the Southeast.
If you got people traveling from great lengths from the Midwest to play in it, it's
Yes.
compete in it.
Yes.
It's obviously a big.
Well, and you've got people traveling from great lengths to wrestle at McCauley.
Yeah.
None of them from Tennessee.
Right.
No
Well,
borders.
different conversation for a different day there. That could go across a variety of sports.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Nonetheless. Speaking of Nolensville, Brody Melzoni wins the 175-pound weight class at that tournament, and Nolan Barton the 126-pound. Nolensville, like we said, kind of a juggernaut. Summit, Zach Little wins the 157-pound class at Father Ryan. And then Brentwood produced a couple of third-place finishers in Reed Loeffel at 138 and Henry Drazik at 215. So, in the Tennessee Wrestling Hub,
Okay.
top 10, Nolensville's ranked number 2. Cleveland is number 1.
Wow.
Ravenwood is number 4. And Page is number 9. Now, they had this is how detailed those rankings are. You go to this page. I believe Page beat Ravenwood in duels earlier in the season, but it says since Matthew Anderson was still playing football, they discount some of the results from that match, and that's why Ravenwood is ranked 4th and Page is ranked 9th.
Wow.
So, yeah, very detailed.
That's really good.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
all
into it.
together, too.
Correct.
Yeah. That's
Correct.
including McCauley, Ryan.
So 3 Wilco teams in the top 10. You got to feel that like Summit is probably right there on the cusp of it
Oh, Summit would always scare me come postseason time.
for sure. So we will see how that plays out. So again, WCS having an outstanding wrestling season to date. We appreciate the coaches for getting us all this information. I supplemented it with some background information there too. Thanks to Charles Pulling with the Williamson Herald. He was there all day Saturday at Father Ryan, giving us a great write-up as well.
He loves wrestling.
He does. He's all in. So
Loves
very, very fortunate that we get that kind of coverage because I don't think every county gets the kind of coverage that wrestling does.
No.
And will come.
I mean, the Hall of Famer likes wrestling, too, down south, but not like
this.
guy.
No,
No.
definitely not. Definitely not. All right, on to girls basketball. Earlier this week, we had some games on Monday and Tuesday. Brentwood defeats Summit 48-46. Much needed win for the Bruins. They kind of started off the season with a little bit of a slide, but Coach Wilkins gets it done there.
They really needed that one.
Yeah, they did. And, I still think we'll get to it here. We're going to kind of dissect the district here at the end. But I still think they're going to have some say in how things play out when it's all said and done. Ravenwood falls at Indy 39-29. Page beats Centennial. And then Franklin beats Columbia Central 45-42. Fairview falls at Creekwood on Tuesday. Any of those scores kind of stick out to you, or no real surprises, I guess?
No real surprises. But what we talked about at the very beginning, more than any of those other ones, Brentwood needed that win big time.
Yeah, played a tough schedule early, got off to a pretty poor start record-wise.
Right.
And now trying to kind of claw their way back to get to
that's one where maybe, those kids are, they're easy to coach. They always play hard, but still they're kids,
Right.
That seemed to me like a game where if you lose that one, we're in jeopardy of losing them.
Yeah, mentally might just go away for quite a while, for sure. Then later in the week, most of these games were Friday. We had the WCTV Game of the Week. Franklin beats Centennial, so let's roll that play of the week.
If you're playing SEC basketball next year, go ahead.
She's probably the size of a point guard anyway at the SEC. Straight in. They just left her open. Too easy.
Yeah, caught it in way too deep and actually went over the right shoulder, which is a tough play for – I don't think she'll be able to do that next year.
No.
All right, so that was Cecily Brandamore with the fadeaway in the lane. She got to show off all of her versatility and, kind of limited minutes on Friday night because that game got away from Centennial pretty quick. But she's playing on the perimeter, showing a little bit more touch, stepping out, shooting some threes. She's 6'4", very skilled player. Going to be a really good player at the college level for Missouri.
She's going to have a great college career. She's fun to watch. And Reggie Miller, a.k.a. Paul Brees on the color commentating was exactly right. You cannot let her get that deep. If you do, it's a bucket.
Centennial tried to play a lot of zone, trying to clog it up a little bit, to no avail.
She gets it that deep, you're in trouble.
Unfortunately for the Cougars.
You're probably in trouble anyways.
Yeah, for sure. So, Giles County defeated Summit Friday night 59-51, and Fairview falls to Battle Creek 50-40. Now, there were two bigger games. Page beat Ravenwood 63-36. Jordan Maddox and Jordan Porter, the two Jordans, had 11 points each in that effort for Page. Page is rolling. They're going to be tough.
Here's what I think is going to be fun. Page is going to be tough. They're rolling, and you're getting ready to mention Nolensville. But what I've noticed about both of them is they both have 4 players that can beat you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've got 4 that can put up double figures. They might not all 4 be averaging double figures, but on any given night.
Yeah, well, you look at their scoring, and I don't know if this is a product of they won by, almost 30 points, 27 points, but, it's like 11, 11, 9, 10, 8. That's a team that's obviously sharing the ball.
Yes.
Which is
I feel like I want to go to this game because I feel like Page and Nolensville are both deep. And then, like you said, they're sharing the ball. They've got a lot of people contributing.
No doubt. So, Nolensville, probably the closest county contender, different districts, but same region, beat Brentwood 53-40. Sarah Brakefield, 14. Nyla Johnson, who's been kind of their go-to this year, 13. And Josie Ladd, coach's daughter,
big time,
12 points, only sophomore. I did get to go and watch Independence and Nolensville play on Monday. The thing that impressed me most about Nolensville, and they'll be the WCTV Game of the Week this week, they shoot the ball really well from three-point range. And Nyla Johnson's really not the one that's shooting it well. Josie Ladd, really good shooter.
Yes.
And then speaking of three-point shooting, Paige Morris had 22 for the Bruins and hit 6 threes.
Nice.
So pretty strong effort there. So that concludes the first District 11 4A games. 12 4A won't play till really the end of January because it's only a 4-team district. But Nolensville and Franklin are both 1-0. I think the biggest storyline of that district is who is going to finish second. You got Franklin, you got Ravenwood, you got Centennial, and you got Brentwood. So there's really, if we're being fair, there's 3 contenders for second. It's going to be Franklin, Ravenwood, Brentwood. Any handicapping thoughts moving forward?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Brentwood ends up climbing to 2. I think it goes Franklin, Brentwood, Ravenwood, Centennial.
I think I'm going to go with.
You gonna flip?
I'm going to go with Franklin. I think Franklin's got a chance to finish second because they have the best player in the district.
No, wait a second. Who's in the district?
We're talking Nolensville,
Oh,
Franklin.
Nolensville's up there with them.
Nolensville's 1.
I got you.
But I mean, the real storyline is who's going to finish 2.
Because
I think Nolensville's
I'm
going to
going
win.
Franklin. I thought we kicked Nolensville down. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nolo, Franklin, Brentwood,
Ravenwood. Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha.
That's fair. I would
yeah.
go with that as well. We're on the same page now. All right, in boys basketball, early in the Monday, Tuesday games, Nolensville beat Indy 65-53. I'll be honest, that score is probably a little bit more generous than you would think. Nolensville had a big lead in this game, almost 20 points. Independence comes back, cuts it to about 5, with I think about 4 minutes to go, and then Nolensville stretches it back to 12 there at the end. Franklin beats Columbia Central 65-55. On Tuesday, Indy beats Ravenwood 53-43. Page beats Centennial 79-59. Now, Centennial led that game by 10 at the break. Only scored 4 points in the fourth quarter. Ends up losing by 20.
Did you had alluded to, or you had spoke to last week or maybe 2 weeks ago about the pace they play at. Did they get tired?
I don't think they got tired. It's just the ebb and flow. You hit shots early. You don't make them late. You give up easy buckets. Yep. It gets away from you pretty quick. And then Brentwood beat Summit pretty handily. But the storyline in that game, Jackson McCutcheon with 12 threes. And I think the more impressive thing is he's done that twice in his career.
Yes.
He tied his
well, when you were talking about Paige Morris, I was like, I wanted to say, well, not so fast.
Right.
And another great thing about that, too, is 12 threes. You know how many total points he had?
36.
38.
Okay.
I got to guess it was 2 free throws, right?
I mean, it might have been. He is he's a specialist.
What was the Jordan Bruce, right? Wasn't that his name?
Yeah.
That's all he shot, right? Was threes.
In the corner.
I can't remember. Coach Joyce said it, but I think like, let's say he scored 500 points. I think like 490 of them were threes, right?
Yeah.
From the corner, right?
Yeah. When I coached against him, I said, and they had Reese Glover on that team.
Yeah.
You know, they had some really good talent around those two. But a lot of times they put Reese in situations where he would drive towards the corner, and if you helped to come to him, he just kicked to Jordan. Jordan hit a 3. I was like, we're not leaving him. I was like, Reese can get his, but we're not letting Jordan Bruce get 30 points.
I love it.
And I remember running into Jordan Bruce's dad after the game. He said, I hate you because you never let my son shoot. Well, didn't want to do that. So
Reese just scored what? 40?
Yeah. So, Reese Glover got 40. But Jordan Bruce got maybe 3.
2.
Yeah.
3, yeah.
He maybe got 1 in transition or something like that. Also in AAA, Fairview defeats Creekwood. Now, at the end of the week, we had the WCTV game of the week. Franklin beats Centennial, and now we'll roll that play of the game.
Where did I put this and this? But what always bothers me is I've only got one key to my truck.
Oh!
Send it in, baby.
There it is. Fans are going crazy on that one. Nice finish by Lund.
Okay, so the best part about this clip is Coach Breese's hard-hitting commentary about his keys.
Only one set.
Yeah, only one set. But Nick Lund with the flush, the junior.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, the 6'7" junior gets our commentators re-engaged in the game. So maybe we should send you a gift card, Nick. We appreciate you. Fairview beats Battle Creek. Fairview on like a 3-game win streak right now, 44-35. Page beat Ravenwood 56-44. Ravenwood had a 5-point lead at the break, struggles to score in the second half. That gets away from them. And then Summit beat Giles County 70-58. Coach Burgess quietly putting together a really nice season.
Yes.
The Spartans are 10-4 right now. Competition's getting ready to pick up a little bit. I mean,
Yes.
They did Tuesday when they had to go to Brentwood. They got a little dose, but Brentwood's going to do that to a lot of teams.
Big time. But anytime you can go down and get a win over the Billy Holt dump, that's a big win.
Right.
So I love what he's doing at Summit. Hey, well, finish up. I got a question for you about that side.
All right. And then Nolensville goes to Brentwood, played Brentwood on Friday night. That was the game of the week right there.
Yes.
In terms of notoriety. Davis Cochran has 22, Hudson McKnight 15, and Brentwood pulls out a 2-point win. I think that final score might surprise a lot of people. It did not surprise me. That game was nip and tuck the whole way. Brentwood has a 3-point lead at the half, 3-point lead going in the fourth quarter, and is able to win by 2. Rylan McKelvey had 20 for Nolo. I think the story here, though, Chris Johnson, the big guy, who is a really, really good player, held to 8. Only had 8 points.
He's been playing lights out. That was a great defensive performance by Brentwood to hold him to that.
No doubt.
He had been 28, 25, 22. He was on a roll.
Oh, he was killing it.
Yeah.
So 11-4A, Brentwood clearly the team to beat. Nolansville has firmly entrenched themselves as second. So now it looks like 3-4-5 is what people are going to be concerned about. But when I say that, Franklin,
That's what I was going to ask you.
got a pretty good season going.
I feel like everybody thought they're going down. Obviously, look at what they lost. I feel like they're very, very quietly flying under the radar and playing pretty good basketball. I think they're going to be a problem.
Well, Friday night was the first time I've seen him in person. Now, I know about Cole Kaiser, who got first of all, Centennial got 11-0 lead in that game. And then Franklin comes storming back and just takes over. Centennial really not able to hit shots in the second half. It got away from him pretty quick. Carter Ezel had a pretty nice game, but he struggled. He had a stretch of about probably 8 minutes where he really struggled to knock down shots, and he's coming back from an injury, so that's understandable. But Kaiser hits a few slot threes. Colin Robinson is a guy that can break you down off the dribble and make some plays. But they got some size. Lund at 6'7", coming off the bench, good player. They've got some other guys who's deceptively athletic. Jones, really good three-point shooter. Coach Tiger's team, pretty disciplined.
Yeah.
Going to slice you up in the half court. That'll be a real contrast of styles when they play Nolansville. It'll be interesting to see which one prevails. It's going to be a huge game coming up here in a few weeks.
Huge game.
And then, Ravenwood probably going to end up finishing 4th, Centennial 5th. I don't know. Maybe those teams could flip. But I think on paper, 11-4A, a little bit stronger, even though Independence has had a pretty good year so far. Summit on paper doing pretty well. Page is better than people thought. Had a nice win over Ravenwood on Friday night. So, I don't know. It's going to be wide open again, but, everybody's going to be chasing Brentwood.
I agree.
So, this week, tonight, this will air on Wednesday, but it's Monday. Franklin at Laverne. No one cares. They'll kill them. But then,
Well, that guy left, right? The guy that got them good, didn't he?
oh, Rutland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they back down?
Yeah, they're way back down. So I got thoughts about Coach Rutland, but I'm not going to talk about it anyway. All right, Tuesday night, there's some really good games. Indy Brentwood, Indy at Brentwood.
Big game.
I bet Indy's competitive. I bet it's a 2 to 3 possession game minimum. If Indy went in there and beat Brentwood, it wouldn't shock me. I'm not predicting that.
I'm with you unless Brentwood gets hot, and it is their home court. If they get hot, Indy's got they got problems.
And that's a good girls game too.
Yes.
Indy girls having a solid season. Not the best week last week. Got a win over Ravenwood to start the week, but they're pretty good. Coach Wilkins going to try and get one there. Centennial at Summit. Summit, I expect them to get the sweep Tuesday night, but we'll see. The boys' game could be a little tricky.
That ought to be one where they're thinking these are wins for us.
Summit girls in need of a win there. Fairview plays Spring Hill. I expect Fairview to take care of business down there. Page at Nolansville. Girls-wise, that's the place to be Tuesday night. I think that's probably where I'm going to end up to check that one out. And then the boys' game, Nolansville, maybe a little bit of a letdown after having a tough loss at Brentwood. We'll see. It's at Nolansville again. Keep messing.
I would think they're going to come out
ready to go.
Yes,
but
motivated.
But Page is deceptively good on the boys' side. Younger group. Owen Looney, a junior, got some good sophomores as well. And then Columbia is at Ravenwood. And then we've got an off-the-cuff Wednesday night game. Coach Burgess and Coach George scheduling Clarksville Northeast, traveling all the way to Summit.
Just because they
I just think the schedule is so jacked up. I think you got to schedule games when you can.
Yep.
And they got that in there. And then Friday night, Centennial at Brentwood. I would expect a Brentwood sweep there. Fairview at Montgomery Central. Go Yellow Jackets. Nolansville at Ravenwood. Girls game, that's going to be a tough battle. That'll be the WCTV game of the week. Be tough for the Ravenwood girls to stay in that one. Ravenwood girls are really young, very strong freshman and sophomore class. The boys game, rivalry game, you never know how it's going to turn out. Nolensville only beat Ravenwood once in their history, and probably shouldn't have that time either, but they did.
That's a stat you're pretty proud of.
It is. I'm very proud of that. Got out at the right time. But anyway, Nolensville's on the ascent right now, so I retired. Thanks, Coach Goodice. And Indy at Dixon County.
Dixon County, talk about up and down, man.
Yeah.
Got beat on a last-second half-court shot in overtime to Creekwood, but really played, had really been playing well going into that. I don't think that's not a gimme.
No.
Okay.
And that's a tough trip, man.
Oh, yeah.
You go out to the airplane hangar. It's super cold. I mean, if it's, yeah. Do they still do the bench? They still do the benches on the baseline, which, I mean, I thought was cool until I had to actually coach there.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it at all. And then they put you in that locker room where you almost need to build a fire to make sure you stay warm. So it's a tough spot.
Well, email your boy Jay Palace, and maybe he'll put a space heater in there.
Jay knows that kid. Yeah. He's a great
He's
kid.
our guy, man.
We love that guy. Franklin at Summit. That will be an interesting, Summit 3-game week here coming up.
Can Franklin go in and get the sweep there? I think they can.
I think they can. If I had to bet on it, I would say Franklin gets 2 wins. And then Page making the brutal trip to Coffee County. That is going to be a great girls game.
Great girls.
That's going to be a high-level girls game for sure.
It could be foreshadowing a state tournament game. No, they'll have to go through each other, won't they?
No. Well, Williamson County is matched up with Rutherford this year. So, yeah. So we'll see how that plays out.
That could be a state tournament game.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Because you're in winter season mode.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Centennial Cougars. They have a new football coach.
Oh, yes.
Chad Broderick. Coach Broderick was announced last week as the new head football coach of the Cougars. Very excited about him. He actually has some coaching experience and time together. He was defense coordinator for Coach Rector, who's the Centennial athletic director, and a guy you know very well. How many years did y'all spend together? 7, 8?
No, only 4.
Only 4?
But, we've obviously stayed close.
Correct.
Yeah.
So and then Coach had been the defense coordinator last year at JP2. He's been a head coach, really good, high-energy football coach. So really happy for him and for the Cougars and those young men. We got our coach. We can start working towards 2026 now.
A team that got to the state semifinals last year.
Won 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, so a lot of momentum over there. Could be a big year for the Cougars next year as well. So
correct.
All right, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up, and we will see you next week on the WCS Sports Connection.